I'm just looking to fix everything in my life. That's all I'm trying to do here.
I've decided I need to redo everything in my house. And I don't say that lightly, and I don't say that with like any kind of budget whatsoever. It's literally working with what I have on hand. Now, if you saw my videos like 2 years ago when things were going crazy, I spray painted my kitchen black just to see what it would look like. I actually started with this wall. And then I thought about doing like a pegboard thing, but I just painted the wall, so it didn't make sense to do that. So then I found these really cool sticky things from Amazon, and it worked pretty well, except that this is real brick. Like, it's like, they're like cut in half, but they're real brick slabs, which means that things don't adhere to them quite the way they would on a drywall wall or a plaster wall. So things would fall all the time. And or it couldn't support the weight of the things I was trying to put on the wall, which was equally annoying. I am really short on storage, so I need to make use of any space I have available. And that's what this wall became.
I just want to point out that over the years, I've spent so much money on these kinds of hooks. And for the most part, they worked well, but when they didn't, they would just fall off and fall to the ground, and they weren't sticky enough to put back on. So I'm using real hooks now.
That's the sound that means I mean business. I mean, obviously, right? So this took me about 2 days to do, but about half of the time it was me trying to drill into the wall, and I had hurt my hand like maybe a month ago, and it's still not healed. So I am struggling to put the hooks into the wall. But then the other half of the time was me mapping out how I wanted things to go on the wall. And then I had to think like how my husband would be able to put things away on the wall. So things have to work a certain way. And I think I'm going to end up putting labels on the wall at some point, but that's not today. Today was only drilling holes and seeing what pots and pans fit here. The cool thing about these hooks is that they are super strong, which means that once they're in the wall, they're kind of good to go. And they can carry like 1 to 2 pans each, which was really awesome. I do have a heavy duty like bike hook up in the corner that's holding my big stock pot. And I have a couple more of those, so those might show up sometime during the future, but at this current time, I'm just using these regular little hooks. And then I ran into the issue I was expecting.
2 problems with impulsivity. 1, I'm not that strong. 2, it keeps working out. So here we are.
Oh, and I mean that wholeheartedly, because remember, I started this black kitchen aesthetic with impulsivity at the forefront of it. I mean, I really started the project just to see what it would look like if the wall was black, and just to see what it would look like if the cabinets were black. So obviously, I just need to see after I put the wallpaper inside of these cabinets if I could just take the doors off and then have an open, like, you know, shelving system. Like, I thought it would be really clean looking. And obviously, I still need to paint the black, and I still need to add a little bit more on the top. Like, you can see I have like a little bit of beige there, but I can add wallpaper. And this could be amazing. And this is going to fit the aesthetic that I'm going for. And yes, I still need to spray paint or do something with the wall right behind the stove. But if you see there, I also added the colander and the comal back there because I could. Like, it turns out, if you just use the wall that's available, you can hang up everything. And that's exactly what I did here. I put every single pot and pan that was clean on the wall. Now, I do still have some, some space up at the top. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I also have some cabinets with some other things, and I still need to empty out quite a few drawer here's, but I'm also decluttering as I go along. And I do think that for the most part, this is looking amazing. And I'm going to say, I feel like this is pretty much done. So, impulsivity, yay!